check that out. I got that baby going. AC's on the inside and it's working good. I want to show you how I done it, but first let me explain you why I did it. Number one is I didn't want this AC to be seen from the outside. Some might say it's a little redneck, and I kind of get that. I built it so it's concealed and it's actually sitting on the inside of the boat, and I'll show you that in a minute. The other reason that I did this over a marine AC or one of those roll around ACs like I had, y'all remember, in Good Times OG, because this is a 6,000 watt AC. These wall units, or window shakers as I call them, are the most efficient ACs on the market. I can tell you that because I've done the testing of it. I had a 12,000 BTU, the roll around, that did not work as well as a 6,000 BTU. Here's the most important reason. That AC will run on my little Honda EU 2000 generator. The reason that's important is it only runs, this thing will run all night long on about 2 gallons of gas. That's about $10 a night. The marine ACs, at least the one I had on Good Times OG, ran on 220. It had 110 for the compressor, and then the pump system was 110. Some are just 12 volt, and I get that. But it doesn't matter. A small generator could not run a marine grade AC. It takes 2 of them. And as you can see, this thing will run it, runs it great, and it will cool the entire boat. All right. So let me show you how this works with the small generator. Also wanted to say, check out, got the batteries in for the solar panels. That's about to be done pretty soon. I don't know if you heard that come on, but this is the reason that I have this set up. This little generator, Honda EU 2000, will run that on about 2 gallons of gas a night. I would have an external tank. I got a bigger tank than just this because it runs about, like I said, this is about 1 gallon. It runs on 2 gallons. This is the best option for a smaller boat when you don't have room for a big generator and you want to save money. I'm telling you from experience, this works great. Forgive me for all that glass. You notice this is all gone off of the boat. There's the top I'm building. That's going to be very soon. If you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to start a very important project, and that is the AC for the boat. I'm putting in a window shaker, and there's a reason behind that. I'll explain it later. There's a hatch that I want it to slide out whenever I want it to use it, but come back when not. And so I don't want it showing. So I'll show you what I'm gonna do here. I got a piece of wood here, build this, use this in the cabinet business. It's a 5/8 plywood with a piece of liner on one side. So I need to cut 5/8 off of it. Guys, if you enjoy the video, how about hit that thumbs up button? And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. Okay, back inside the boat, there's the air conditioner I'm gonna use. And this is what I'm kind of thinking. I didn't want anything down here. That's why I built these angles, so it's not in the way of your sleeping area. So that's why I'm thinking this. And the plan is just big enough where I'm gonna put a side on it where this will go up. That way it can attach to this to give it more strength. And then this side, it'll go up. And I don't know if I'm gonna attach it up here at all. I'm not sure, maybe. Possibly, yeah, possibly. Just to give it more strength. But a cabinet is strongest if you put a side on it and shoot into the side. So that's what the plan is here. The reason it's a little bigger is I want to insulate it. So there'll be insulation in here to at least up for a section. I don't know how well, and of course insulation on here, because I don't know how well it's going to warm it up in here, but the fan blows it out, so it should be good. Let me talk briefly why I've used a window shaker. I know it's a little redneck, but I have learned from experience, these are the most efficient type air conditioners you can have. Those roller rounds that you see, like I used to have in Good Times OG, they're easy to install, but they're not very efficient. They don't cool that well, and they draw too much. This little 6000, you're going to see when it's all set, when I'm running, is it will draw very little on that Honda EU 2000, which is the key, because you want a very small gas using generator so you don't spend, I will spend like maybe 2 gallons a night. So let's call that $10 a night versus 60, 70 plus in a marina. So there's a method to the madness. So anyways, you'll see at the end project. Okay, what I did is took a piece of actually old material that I have. I save a lot of stuff, especially in a boat. And I marked it, then I freehand it through the saw. As you can see those pieces there. You can do that with a table saw, you take your time. I'm a little faster because I do it a lot. But so now that I've got one side, I'm going to duplicate this on another piece, and I'll have the other side, and I'll show you what that means. This is something that I had built something else out of, and I pulled it off of that, and look at there. Now I can use it over on the other side. All right, just so you can see, I line that up, scribe a line here and cut it. All right, 2 identical pieces, because the wall goes down at an angle. So I'll show you what I mean. Guys, FYI here, I am using 1/4 crown, 1.5 long staples. All right, let me explain something real quick. There's a reason why I'm stapling it into this piece of lumber. You would not want to have it on top and then staple in, because the staples could pull right out. Whereas if you do it on the side, this piece it's called a hanger. It's going to help hold the weight of everything. And that'll make more sense to you in a minute. Guys, if you're doing a project like this, be very careful. I can't tell you how many times I've shot a staple through my finger. I don't need one on this side because I'm not going, well, I might, I'm gonna go look at it, but I'm going into the side, so it doesn't matter. All right, guys, there's many ways to finish this. You could paint it, you could do any number of things, but I'm gonna cover it in the same material that the back wall is. So I forgot what I was doing here. I should have been videoing. So I sprayed this, fixing to spray this, and then after it dries, I'll stick it in, and I'll show you that process. This is the easiest way to me to do it. And a lot of people are a little scared of glue, but it's very forgiving. You'll see what I mean. You can stick it, pull it back up if it ain't perfect or the way you want it. So I'll spray that, give that a minute to dry, come back and we'll stick it down. I have it where this side over here is to be lined up with that edge. So I'm gonna stick that down first. And I'm just kind of rolling it in. Working it down. That's what I'm talking about. You can pull it up a little bit if it. Over that edge. Take a knife, put it in that corner. Follow the corner up. There's a cover going over the front of this. You'll see the final project. Same thing here. I'm going to spray this, lay it in. Now this one, I could probably do some stapling. What I'm doing is cutting that L out. So it'll go up in there. Put a couple staples just to hold it in place. And you won't even see them because I can spray it. And actually, in all reality, I could just staple this. It'll be fine. See, you could see the staples if you're looking at them, but the way this thing is up in there, I won't be able to see those. That's why I've done the glue here, is I'm looking at this. I'd be able to look at this, and mainly this. So now that's covered. Same thing, I'm just running staples. Can't put anything here because you'll see it. Guys, I want to show you that where I attached it, I got 6 screws in it. That hanger is what that's called, is a hanger, and that's where I attached it. But I also attached it up here. And if you notice, this is a piece of plywood under the fiberglass. So you can attach it there and it won't go through anything. It won't go through the seating. I also attached it into the side because right there is that compartment, so you won't see that. These hangers is what's holding it. This is what you remember when I went into the side. These are what is holding the weight of that. Okay? All right? And then also you can see I put the outlet in. I ran it through and put the outlet on the side, and that works out really good. All right, so this was my first attempt. I was trying to come up with something for a drain, but you'll see what I'm doing now. So this is left over one of the panels. This is cedar. Man, you can't throw this stuff away. You can't buy this. Yeah, what I'm doing is, my plan is to put this up under that, and I'm gonna cover it with some of the shower pan so the water will run out the back. So yeah, that looks like that's gonna work. Shower pan, you buy it by the foot on the roll at Home Depot or Lowe's. Alright guys, this is contact cement that I'm spraying. It's a spray grade. You can buy it at most of the Home Depots or Lowe's. I get it from a cabinet shop, but the gun you can get from Harbor Freight, and it's best done sprayed. You spray your material and then you spray what you're putting it on, let it dry a little bit, put it together. Alright, let that set up, we'll be back. Spray that. All I'm making is like a bowl. I'll show you. The water should just run right out. So yeah guys, check that out. Alright, it's kinda that light is messing you up. It's setting inside of that. No water should be able to come forth. Gonna let it run for a few days and check it out. Oh yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Alright, so what I'll do after I let it run a couple of days, first I want to make sure the door will close. I'm sure that it will. Yes, that already is enough. What I'll do is I'll glue this to that and just barely let it hang over where it's got to run out. That is well done. I'll be able to cut this excess out. Alright, what I did is I made some marks. My phone was down, I couldn't take it in. Now I'm going to scratch those out and I'm going to drill some pilot holes and jigsaw it out. When you're doing this, it's stronger to use a whole sheet of plywood that's intact on the perimeter. It's better that way. It's stronger than trying to build something. Peeky boo. Tell you, this wood you gotta save. You don't run across this today. They can't build. They can, but it's expensive. No sense in throwing it away. Let me go dry fit it, and then I'll come back and cover it. All right, let me hit that with the sander. We'll be ready to cover. This section here I already cut. This you don't need to be 100%, and it doesn't have to dry as much. There it is. I'm gonna go dry fit it. And then you can just put it right back like that.